Welcome to All Things Retreat Podcast. I'm Holly Porter, your host and CEO of Retreat R&R. With over 25 years of experience in designing transformative retreats, I'm here to share insights and inspiration to help you create extraordinary experiences. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, you'll find valuable ideas here. Enjoy the ride. Let's dive in. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show today. We're going to be talking about something just a little bit different than the norm. And I know you're used to hearing me sometimes say that, but it's true. I have Thayne Martin here with me today, and he is an entrepreneur focused on elevating human connection, purpose, and inner alignment through his work with Equation of Life and Abundant Happiness, ELAH. His approach blends practical insights with deeper exploration of consciousness, guiding people to move beyond surface level success into something more real, more grounded, and more alive. Through ELAH, Thayne is building more than a brand. He is creating a framework for transformation that challenges people to reconnect with truth, clarity, and who they actually are underneath the noise. Welcome to the show, Martin.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. It's a great introduction. Thank you so much.
Well, we are excited to have you here. I know we were talking before the show, as I always do with my guests, and had a great conversation. And him and I could talk for hours because we both had near-death experiences, and so there's a lot to unpack there. And so this show may be a little different of a twist, right, than the norm. But nevertheless, what he's building will just be amazing for the retreat industry and the world, or he's built. I shouldn't say building. I mean, we're always in process though, right?
Oh, amen to that. Yeah, we're always growing and learning, except for the day we give up the ghost. Then it's done.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I have a couple of questions for you
Okay.
that I took, from just doing a little research on you. You say that everything begins at the equal sign. So what does that mean in real life? Not theory, but a moment someone can recognize that today.
Okay. So the reason why I say everything begins at the equal sign is because it represents gratitude in the equation of life and abundant happiness. We call it ELAH for short. Okay. And the equal sign was something that I actually uncovered in a social media experiment. I took a picture one morning and it was so beautiful of a sunrise, and I posted on Nextdoor and I asked my neighbors, what are they thankful for? And I got a bunch of responses, and all of them was around this thing called gratitude. And I knew gratitude, but it was used as a weapon growing up. My grandmother, my mother, everyone would say, you're not grateful. And I hated that word. So when I woke up that morning, I watched that sunrise. It was so incredible. And I was watching all this amazing goodness around this word gratitude. It touched my heart. So I started a social media experiment. What would happen if I got up every morning and I celebrated and watched every sunrise? So I made a commitment to do that for 365 days. Today is actually day like 562. I have not missed one sunrise in 562 days. I celebrate every single one of them. And I learned that the equal sign in the equation of life and abundant happiness is gratitude, because gratitude opens everything. Everything begins and ends with gratitude. It's the spark and fuel for love. That's what it does.
So this question goes right in alignment with that. Most people chase happiness, but you teach starting with gratitude. So why do you believe that we've been taught it backwards?
Yeah, because gratitude is actually neuroscience. And that's what I study, right? I'm an experiential neuroscience. My specialty is creating experiences where people living, experience something, and then they get resolution. But they get that resolution while learning the two most powerful emotions out there, gratitude and love. Those are my tools. So all of the exercises are designed in that way to invoke an experience, okay? But every single one of them, I will just say this, I use gratitude all day long in every conversation and everything that I do. That's why I'm saying it begins with the equal sign. It's gratitude. Think about when somebody's nasty and ugly. Have you ever had somebody yell at you and your immediate response is defensiveness? The amygdala fires and I'm ready to kill you and I'm going to defend you and tell you everything that you did wrong. Okay, that's our nervous system hijacking what's going on. Okay, so when I teach this, I teach experientially. So I use cognitive pattern interrupt devices to teach you how to train your brain. But gratitude is literally neuroscience because it quiets the amygdala and it transfers the thought over the prefrontal cortex. We can rationalize it. So through experiential learning, I actually teach people how to take thought that's in the amygdala and transfer it to the prefrontal cortex so your nervous system doesn't take over and you do something that you wouldn't want to do. I will say, in everything that I've learned, gratitude is where it all begins. It literally begins in gratitude. Because if somebody starts yelling and they're nasty with me, I'm going to treat them with gratitude. And I'm going to say, hey, I understand you're upset right now. I feel your anger. I can hear your anger. And the vibration you're putting out is large. So this is important to you. And I see that. I'm grateful to you for sharing the level of intensity and the feedback you're giving me. Now, this level of intention and vibration is too high. And I'd like to bring it down just a little level so our emotions kind of table here. And let's have a very structured going back and forth, just good communication. So I used gratitude in that instance to take somebody from ready to kill me to instant respect, because by doing that, I just quieted their amygdala. So that's why gratitude is such a key word. It's actually a neuroscience tool. And it's the core of my teachings.
So with the world, just the way things are and the chaos and everything happening, how does someone actually get there when they're feeling all of that?
So what I teach is balance in the present moment. So the first thing that I teach people is you have to learn to stay present. And I have a protocol that I teach. It's a pattern interrupt sequence. It's taught experientially in a workshop. And it basically, within 20 to 48 hours, I will get rid of that habit that you have of leaving the present moment and going into your past, or leaving the present moment and going into your future. So I start with awareness. Then I train you how to find the 0.25 seconds that we have between when the brain finds something and when it executes the wrong program. So I teach you a sequence, again, using a pattern interrupt device, this bracelet. Experientially, I teach you how to grab that 0.25 seconds and transfer it to the prefrontal cortex where you can rationally process it. So you learn balance. This is it. Everybody that I work with wears one of these, and we use it all day long to balance our emotional energy. It's kind of like my anchor in the world, and it has a lot of symbolism about the experiences that I teach. So I take that, and then I have 101 experiences that are psychologically designed to be a safe space, but yet enough risk that the brain enters a learning mode, a very important learning mode. The brain is then going to predict average or failure. So then I deliver something called love, kindness, recognition, and gratitude. And when I do that, it is a mismatch in the brain. And the brain goes, oh my gosh, I predicted this interaction was going to be crappy. And I actually got what I wasn't expecting, which was love and kindness and gratitude. Release the chemicals. And then you're going to get dopamine and oxytocin in your bloodstream. And it's going to mix with the vasopressin. And you're going to have a very, very physiological experience in the body. It all comes from gratitude. Gratitude. That's how I do it. Neuroscience. Because when you experience it, you retain 90%. Right? Retreats in the future, putting things up on the wall and projecting to people, that's old school. You learn 10% that way. It's by experiences, emotion, lighting, music, words. It's an experience. You remember the experience. You don't remember the words.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, we all learn different, and I just think the experiences do apply it differently.
Yeah.
What makes your approach different from traditional mindset or self-help work?
Great question. Two things. One, I give you a technique that you can use anytime, anywhere, and you're going to get a dose of oxytocin, dopamine, and vasopressin, and it's going to blow your world. It's going to make you feel full of love. Okay. And that's a protocol that we use. Everybody that I teach learns how to do it, and you use it regularly. So it's an anchor. Okay. I can't even tell you how many thousands of dollars I've spent on workshops and everything else trying to heal me. And I will tell you that none of them worked. And I'll tell you why. They didn't stick. There's no anchor. Okay. So with experiential learning and the deck of cards that I have, they're always going to be a different experience because you're using different people. Okay. So this time I'm in a different place and I'm with different people. So when I pull that card, what comes up for me is also a different time of my life. So why most programs fail is if you don't keep what I call rooted in the goodness, your heart will close off. You'll get gray again. You'll feel ugly. That darkness returns. So when you use my cards, you just pull 2 cards a week, and whatever you pull, you randomly go do it. But every time you do the card, it'll be a different learning, different experience. And what I will tell you is they're so incredibly impactful and emotional, you will remember every single one.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I got an
Well,
anchor and a way to keep you in it. That's the
yeah,
difference.
yeah. So for you, you've overcome severe childhood trauma and major health challenges. What for you was that turning point?
So for me, life didn't work. I had done all your traditional therapy models, workshops, retreats, different things, and it still wasn't working. I had 7 pillboxes to manage my day. My mental health was in the tank, and nothing worked. Clearly, medicine wasn't the answer, but somebody else had an answer for me, and I drowned in the pool. I drowned in the pool. And I had an NDE. And when I came back, I knew something was different, and everything changed for me. Everything
Let's
changed.
make sure we spot for people. An NDE is a near death experience,
Yes, yes,
just
yeah,
so that
good way
in
to put
case
it.
they don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I definitely died. That's for sure. And I definitely came back. But when I came back, I had a book of knowledge. And that
Mm,
book of knowledge, the things that I understood, the things that I saw, the things that I remember, that became the basis for the equation of life and abundant happiness. That's
yeah.
literally where it came from. So I've spent 2 years and $250,000 researching it, creating it, replicating it, and then putting it into the world. So, and my company is kind of a fun name. It's Pure Love. Like, what are the chances in today's age that It's Pure Love would be available for me? It
Yeah.
was. And I saw that domain name and like, okay, somebody's hearing my prayers because that's perfect. So
Yeah.
I use the word it because it implies it for anything. It can be God, it could be Jesus, it could be Allah, it could be love. So that's
Sure.
why it's called It's Pure Love, right? And
Yeah, I
it's the
love that.
purest love of all, which is unconditional. And that is the biggest tool that I use in my experiences because love heals. Love heals. And
Yes.
love heals when we experience it. So you're going to experience things with people and strangers. And because it's risky, your brain's going to learn. It's going to remember it. It's all psychologically driven. I pull 5 different levers in every exercise and it's all sequential and it works in every card. So what you end up doing is you get rid of every self-limiting belief that you have. You can't hide from them because you're going to face them real time in a safe space. And that's
Yeah,
what makes it so healing. So
I love
experiential
that.
learning, that's why I'm an experiential neuroscience or a scientist. I understand the neuroscience, but it's really my ability to create the experience. I'm also a very talented musician. I use a technique called emotiano, which is a way of creating a musical atmosphere while somebody lays underneath my $150,000 piano and they feel the vibration of an instrument that's acoustic. And I
Wow.
literally play a soundtrack of your life while you're underneath the piano. It's
Oh,
really
wow.
cool. So I call it emotiano, and it's a really cool healing treatment. It's something I do for fun because I'm a musician. I've
Yeah,
been
I love
vibrating
that.
since I was
That'd
a
be
baby.
fun
Yeah.
fun to experience. But I can see this process working so well in a retreat setting. So
Yes.
if our listeners are listening, which are mostly retreat leaders,
Yeah.
and they're listening to this, like it's something if you feel called to do this type of work. I mean, maybe at a later time you can certify people to do it, but right now it's your process.
Yeah.
They could bring you in, right, and
Yeah,
have you come
absolutely.
and
Yeah,
do
I'm
something like
actually
this.
down the road on the certification thing. We're going to have 3 places this is going to be offered. It's going to be studied clinically in a university later this year, and then we hope to publish the peer results from what we've discovered. So someday, therapists and psychologists will offer it, coaches will offer it, and then my company will continue to offer it, but it will be done inside of businesses.
Yeah,
So that's how
yeah, yeah.
we hope to get it out there. And my goal, I have a nonprofit. I have itspurelove.com and I have itspurelove.org. The .org will be my nonprofit. And my
Right.
goal is to be able to teach this to people as close to free as possible. But there's also more to that. You know what I mean? So I want to teach it as close to free as possible if I can to people.
Yeah,
To people.
right.
But inside of businesses, it's a whole different game. Whole
But
different.
until that, if somebody wanted to bring you in to do
Oh
a
yes,
retreat, you're
let's
not
go.
going to say no.
Absolutely. Look, here I'm the mental health side. Okay. Part the core of one of the 4 wings of balance are body, okay, mind, subconscious mind, my soul, and my relationship with the thing upstairs that you define. Those are your four wings of balance. So
Yeah.
I'm the brain part. I fix your subconscious, and then I teach you how to have balanced thought and never pollute your mind ever again. Because I'm going to rooter all the ugliness out of you, and then I'm going to teach you to never put it back, never put it back. So that's what makes what I do different, because it's permanent. There ain't
Yeah.
no going back. And I tell people that don't take my course, because once you do, you ain't going back. You're not going back. And life's going to be different for you because you're going to know things you didn't know before, and you can't unlearn what I teach you. So don't take my course if you don't want to know your purpose in life and how to live abundant happiness. Don't take my course. You like being angry?
Well,
Don't take my course.
let's shift this into a little bit more of a business talk, because I know that you've spent 35 plus years in executive sales and leadership. So
Yes.
how does gratitude actually impact results and revenue?
Yeah, great question. So, what you do when you put gratitude in an organization, in a business, it creates culture change immediately. And we do it just by using gratitude in conversations. Okay. So, if I go into a company, the first thing I'm going to do is how to create what we call a gratitude sandwich. Okay. A gratitude sandwich opens with gratitude. I deliver the meat of my conversation, and then I close on gratitude. That's what I teach. And when you do that, you get instant respect and direct quick communication. It's in and out. So when you build something like that inside of a company using gratitude, it creates a camaraderie, and it grows and expands. And the goodness from one single word can completely change the culture of an organization, because I also teach it experientially.
Okay, so what's the biggest mistake leaders make when it comes to culture and people?
Telling them. People don't respond. Like, the biggest mistake I see people making is hiring a motivational speaker to think they can change culture with a $25,000 talk. It's great
Yeah.
for an hour, but Monday morning, everybody forgot. The key in the future is experiential neuroscience. That's how people learn. So it's time to kind of turn the tables on it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm turning the tables on traditional culture, right? All of it. I have a phrase I teach. It's called dare to be second. And it's the most powerful phrase in the world, because second place is actually the most powerful, but most people don't understand that. So my phrase is dare to be second. Dare because it takes courage to live in gratitude. Okay. That is
Mhm.
daring. It takes courage to live from second place. Okay. The number two is a reflection that gratitude is bi-directional. It goes both ways. And to create gratitude entanglement, the magical phenomena where I get these chemicals, it takes two peoples, one of them, which is a stranger. Okay. The word be is a reminder that living in gratitude is a state of being. It's a state of being. All right. And the last one is the word second, has two meanings. Second, as a reminder of the importance of the here and now, where we still and where we live. And it's also a reminder of your role to stay in second place. So the way I like to explain it to people, because I've had people say to me, there's no way first place is better. I want you to understand how it works, okay? So in heaven, God puts us first and God is second. The equal sign is gratitude. To show our love, what do we do in math? We flip it. So that means that I put God first and my needs second. And when we do that, it cancels in algebra. And what do you get? Zero. Perfect neutrality. So that is why second place is the most powerful position in the world, and why it's the motto of my company and what I do. Dare to be second.
How do you create alignment between personal transformation and business performance?
KPI metrics. So here's what's interesting. When you start, most companies make the mistake of they try and fix culture by fixing departments. And that doesn't work. What works is you have to fix the heart and mind of the employee. Most people, I led many, many amazing people, and it always blew my mind how this superstar suddenly one month quit performing. He's always been a $500,000 guy, but now he's not. Why? Well, a good manager will peek under the covers and find out there's a divorce brewing. And that divorce is on that guy's head, and he's not capable of balancing the negative emotional energy. And it's showing up at work, and it's showing up in the performance, and it's hitting your KPI. So if you want to change your company, you got to change the emotional health of your people, and you have to train your people how to emotionally balance. That is exactly what I teach through experiences inside of the company, right? And that, like, weird experience. I'll give you an example of experience. One of my experiences is called lose a limb. And when you pull that card, I'm going to ask you to either put on a long tube athletic sock on your arm, or a woman's pantyhose sock. And you're going to put it on the arm that you use most. and you're going to go into work or go into the world with a long sock. A lot of people, the first time I say that, they're like, no, I don't want to do that. People are going to stare at me. That's not going to be fun. Okay, that's a self-limiting belief because you shouldn't have any fear by doing that. So that's why we're doing this exercise. So put that on and go into the office with that on your hand. People are going to ask questions. It's going to be uncomfortable. Get over it. It's the experience. You're going to live through it. Now, the second part of that card is I'm going to ask you to put your right hand in your pocket for 3 hours today. I cannot use my right hand, which means I'm going to have to rely on my coworkers or my family to help me do the things that I do in my life. So that teaches me how to communicate with others, that I might need help, and I can do it. And with gratitude, I can get anybody to help me. Okay. Yeah. It creates camaraderie. It's fun. It's teamwork. Maybe you find out that I'm okay asking people at work, but I never ask for the same thing when I'm at home, because that exercise is going to be different depending upon who you do it with. You might also come away with more respect for people with disabilities. So how many things did you learn with one exercise? And
right.
What blows my mind is they're always different because everybody's life experience is different, and the time frame and the variables. That's what makes these cards beautiful, because I don't care when you play it. You can play that same card 5 years from now. You're going to have a different lesson.
Wow. Okay, here's some rapid fire for you.
Okay.
Happiness is?
Feeling abundant, no fear.
Healing requires?
Letting go. Leadership
today needs?
Empathy.
Logic or intuition?
Intuition, 100%.
Structure or flow? Yeah.
What was your next one?
Structure or flow?
Flow. Definitely flow. You learn how to glamour surf. I teach that. Glamour surfing.
I know your answer to this one. Silence or music?
Both.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah. Balance.
Yeah. Balance. Teaching or learning?
Both. Balance.
Stage or studio?
Stage.
Love it. Okay. So if you could leave, not a long answer here, just if you could leave every listener with one practice to step into the equal sign today, what would it be?
I would encourage you to use gratitude for one day in every conversation that you have. Text messages, emails, phone calls, interpersonal. Take a moment, tell somebody what they mean to you, right? Before you reply to that text message, say, hey, Susie in accounting, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. I know that, things are kind of difficult for our company right now and everybody's scratching their heads trying to figure it out. But the one thing I can depend upon is your performance, your consistency, and the way that you show up at work. So I want to thank you for being that bright star in the accounting department. I want you to know that I see you. Now, there's some things going on in sales where I need some help. And these are the items that I need some help with, okay? And then when I finish that, I close in gratitude. That's what we call a gratitude sandwich, okay? Thanks again for listening to the things that I have. I really look forward to solving these issues. I appreciate you listening. That's a gratitude sandwich done over a text message. You package the meat in gratitude and watch what happens to how fast your stuff gets done, and look at the love that gets created between people now. Do it with a text message. The next text message you get, reply with gratitude first to that person. Thank them for being in your life and how they show up. Then deliver the rest of the conversation. Watch what happens. It's the most beautiful thing. Try it. Live gratitude in every conversation. Start, meet, end. Your life will change.
Yeah. I do parts of that, but I don't think I've put it in the sandwich before. So I love that.
It's the sandwich.
Myself.
We call them the gratitude sandwich. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Martin, for being on our show today. You've been a joy, and I'm sure our listeners got some good nuggets out of it. Yes. I'm going to post how to get a hold of you in our show notes so that they can contact you. And of course, retreat leaders, if this sounds like something you would like to incorporate into your retreats,
love to partner with other retreat leaders.
Yeah, or if you're thinking about going to a retreat of Martin's, reach out and let him know. He'll love to hear that, right?
Yeah, it's purelove.com.
I love it. Okay. Well, until next time, everyone, you enjoy your week, and I will see you next time on the podcast. Bye for now. Thanks for joining us on this episode of All Things Retreat. We hope you're leaving with new ideas, fresh inspiration, and the motivation to take your retreats to the next level. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It helps us grow and reach more retreat leaders like you. And if you have any questions, topics you'd like us to cover, or just want to say hello, send us an email at info@weretreatrnr.com. Follow us on social media to stay connected and catch all the latest updates. Until next time, remember,
Great retreats start with great intentions. Let's make them extraordinary, one step at a time. Thinking about hosting a retreat? Before you dive in, let's make sure you're really ready. Grab your free Are You Retreat Ready checklist and find out if you've got everything in place from your purpose and pricing to your audience and agenda. Don't guess, get clear. This quick checklist will show you exactly where you stand and what you need to make your retreat a success. Click the link below in the show notes to grab your gift and take the first step toward hosting with confidence.